Cafeteria Talk.
You know, we really do gotta. Well, that's on me. I am gonna have to figure out a good intro for us. Like, you know, like when podcasts we start up, you got somebody just randomly talking. They're like, on today's episode, we're discussing
music, man.
We're going to discuss this and this and this and that. We'll get there one of these days, but today is obviously not that day. Well, my fellow gentlemen, I should not call y'all that.
It's February, man.
Why we degraded ourselves?
It's February. Don't do that. It's February.
I mean, he ain't respond. Are you gang? You on Snapchat? Come on, bro.
It's February, man. Stand up for yourself. It's February.
I have no clue what he said anyway.
Don't repeat.
I'm not repeating. It's February.
Bro, I was so down.
It's all good. It's all good. But welcome back to an episode of Cafeteria Talk. What's the Sports XD still? We still talking sports.
Yeah,
we still talking sports. I know y'all waiting on them other episodes. They getting there. But of course, we just got off the hills of like a lot of things are going on in the sports world. We just got off the Super Bowl. We ain't talking Super Bowl right now. We mentioned this before, you guys. We're gonna have monthly debates, or every other month we're gonna do a debate. And we're doing a debate today, clearly by the sound of my voice and what I just said. And it's your boy Slick Rob. There's no introduction needed. And who else got joining with me? Who's
It's just Mark. I don't know what the debate is, so I wasn't told beforehand what we're gonna be discussing. So I'm coming in raw. Raw Dog Squad. Go ahead, Will.
Raw Dog Squad.
Raw Dog Squad. We raw dogging the debate all day.
It's Prodigy, man. Yeah, I don't know what this debate is. I'm here to have fun, though.
Yeah, here to have fun. But before we get started with the debate, our original debate, we were going to debate our top 3 receivers. So I still want you guys to give me that. Who were your top 3 receivers? And why in a quick sentence if you can. If not, it's fine. Who was the top 3 receivers?
I changed it up because apparently I've noticed some things that came to my.
You noticed the Super Bowl?
What
is it?
So I'm gonna have to put. And this is in no order.
In no order.
Okay, Amon-Ra St. Brown is 3. Then I have to put. Actually, no, scratch that. I got to put Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, and then I'll put Jamar Chase.
Top 3 receivers in the NFL currently.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Hey, let's stop Percocet 30s 2024. Stop doing Percocet 30s.
That's not
Don't do no more.
What are we talking about? No, that's not out of here.
Stop listening to your favorite artist.
No, I'm not listening to my favorite artist. Are we not going to talk about Mike Evans, who's had consistent 1,000-yard
Are you not going to talk about CeeDee Lamb being number 1?
Hold on. Let's look at Mike Evans' quarterbacks for a second.
I'm not beefing Mike Evans.
That nigga had Jameis Winston.
How did CeeDee
That nigga had Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston has his own 30 for 30. And I'm still waiting.
Give me your top 3 again. So I'm trying to process.
Keenan Allen, Mike Evans.
No, in order. Who's 3?
Oh,
you said Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
You put Keenan Allen at 2.
Poor guy's been injury prone.
You got J. Cole too. Wow.
Okay. If we going crazy like that, I could throw Puka Nacua in here.
I wouldn't be mad at that take.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad at that take. That's actually not a bad take.
But from the season?
From the season alone.
That's still not a bad take.
From the season we just witnessed.
Not a bad
from
take.
the season we just witnessed. Matter of fact, I'm putting Puka Nacua at 3.
I can respect that.
Because he did his thing out there.
He absolutely
He came in and he showed out. He showed his ass out. Okay. I like your Amon
St. Brown?
Amon St. Brown. I like your take there. Because if he ain't getting the rock, who else you want to put it into? Who else you want to throw it to? Realistically speaking. But number 1 is CeeDee Lamb. Number 1 is CeeDee Lamb. And I'm not going to punish him because Dak Prescott is a domesticated terrorist. I'm not going to punish him because him and Mike McCarthy don't like him. I'm not going to punish him for that. CeeDee Lamb consistently showed up night in, night out, and got the job done. Do they have a curse whenever they hit the postseason, things go terribly wrong?
Yes.
Sure. Did CD play his best game when they got bounced?
Yes.
No, he didn't even play his best game.
No, he didn't. But he still averaged.
But Dak didn't play any game. You looking at the stats? Sure, it looks like Dak balled his ass off in the second half. Oh, he made up for his first half mistakes. Eye test, brother. You gotta use your eye test right
those
there.
were grocery yards.
Yards.
You looking at stats can get you bamboozled out here. When you watch the game, when you see the ball,
Like QBR ratings?
Dak, he's no good for you, okay? That guy's a cancer. He's a tumor. He said he was non-cancerous, but all of a sudden you got knee pain for the rest of your life. Now you confused what's going on. They said it's not cancerous, but you're gimping like you're 50 and you're fresh 21. You can't even drink because your knee finna start acting up. That's what Dak Prescott is. Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, they set you up. CD, I'm going to do you a favor, okay? That's not where you want to be, big dog.
Get traded.
Okay. Honorable mention to Stephon Diggs. And this is no hate on Mike Evans. Because I like Mike Evans. As a player, as a guy, okay? We got the same last name, okay? This is no hate on Mike Evans. But Stephon Diggs has been doing his thing too. But
not at the back half of that season, though.
That's another honorable mention for a reason. Honorable mention for a reason. But the reason I gotta put Puka at 3, which I don't think is talked about enough. Coming into the season, no one looked at the Rams and said they're gonna be a threat this year. No one looked at their draft class and said, boy, A+ grade rating, nothing but steals. No one looked at the Los Angeles Rams and said, keep our eye on them. Like we didn't just get a chip not too long ago. Now, yeah, we've had a lot of changes since then. O-line, damaged, banged up, adios. Okay? Stafford, his whole right arm, every piece of his right arm is slightly damaged. Okay? But guess what?
Bro, he's a half rope. His arm's part rope.
Cooper Kupp out. Who steps up to the plate? We need a big hitter. Puka Nacua out of nowhere shows up and looks like prime Cooper Kupp for us. I was a firm Sarah and when in doubt, cup it out. Because Cooper Kupp was my savior. But if I don't know what to do, Puka, do what you gotta do. Because Puka, with Cooper Kupp there, played step by step with him every game and didn't relent and take no backseat role. He said, I'm just as good as you. I am a vital, essential part of this team. Also, shout out to Kyrie Williams because he played his ass off too, even though he got hurt. But when he was healthy, he
still
was
had
running his ass
too,
off.
which is crazy.
And he was out for a minute too.
Hot minute.
But Puka went, and he not only did he step up to the plate when Cooper was out, when Cooper came back, he stayed there and said, I'm not going to diminish myself as a player in this organization. I'm not going to take a step back. I'm still the same guy I just was, who was the savior of us trying to find a win in the game. Kyron out, Cooper out, Stafford elbow hurt every damn game. Puka deserves his flowers. Shout out to you, Puka. I thought you should have won the OROY. No hate to CJ Stroud. I'm happy you won it, but you know it was a tough race either way. You make a case for either one.
What? Oh my goodness, he could have made a case either way.
Man, that was really good. Very informative for y'all to really get that. I was happy since y'all said all y'all had to say. I still am kind of crazy on the key. I love Keenan Nickel Allen.
Keenan Allen.
My man's got hurt too, big bro.
No one saw that one coming.
But it's all good. It's all good because now it's time to get into the actual debate. Damn. Hey, bro, text my cousin, tell him to come out here. No, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Let me go hit my manager, my supervisor.
Yeah, but before we announce what the actual debate is, I want to give you guys. Well, I want to let these guys know how our debates work. So our debates are kind of like how they do like standard debates, like how they do presidential. So each debater will get 3 to 4 minutes to give.
I can't talk for 3 to 4 minutes.
Well, no. Basically 3 to 4 minutes. That's your allotted time. If you're done explaining your explanation for said thing, like for your reason.
Yeah,
you're good. But 3 to 4 minutes to give 4 reasons on why their list or option is the best one. So the opponent will get 1 minute and 30 seconds to give a rebuttal, to rebuttal your statement. The moderator will write down notes on each person's topic or choice to give a clear consideration of who should win the round. And whoever wins the most rounds wins the debate. That's kind of how it works. If we have a two-way tie, 2-2, we'll go into a sudden death round. Each debater will get 2 minutes to give a reason on their list, person, or option. And whoever has the most rounds by the end is the winner of the debate. And that's how this will work. And now, finally, no drum roll because we can't do this, but our debate. We're actually going to have 2 debates, really quick ones. That was the big surprise. 2 quick debates.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy. But first debate we're going to do. And we got to have this one. Because it's been a lot of speculation going around on this man. Everyone's been talking about this man. I'll be honest, this might not be much of a debate because I feel like y'all going to have the exact same goddamn answer. So it might not even be a debate. But actually, no, it's because I just changed it on the fly. We're going to debate. Still a receiver. Yep. We're still debating a receiver. And Will, you should already know this. I prepared you for this for 2 months. And you've been holding out on me, but you got
no preparation.
Bro, no preparation.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
We're going to debate this right now, and y'all better be ready to give me 3 options on who's better. We talking Megatron versus Julio. First debate.
Oh. Can I set this one out?
You got 2 months prep. I ain't getting no prep.
Bro, I'm going to let you know this right now. I haven't given a valid answer.
He's never given a valid answer. So I'm going to need an option right now on whose side you're on, Megatron or Julio. We will even flip a coin.
Can I go for both?
No, nigga, we're going to flip a coin.
Let me get a 30-second intermission with my fellow debater here.
Y'all got to pick one. Y'all can't have the same one.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I can't choose.
Either way, I feel like everyone's barbecue chicken here, except Julio and Megatron, you know.
Y'all better pick one, or I'll have Makai to choose one for y'all.
Dog, bro.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Megatron.
You wear the Falcons gear.
Oh, yeah, I'm a trader. 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 Y'all know who that is.
You're going Megatron and you're going Julio. All right, and let's get the debate started. And I just remember, Will, you're older, so you do have to go first. So, Team Julio Jones. In the case on who's the better receiver, can you give me your first option on why Julio Jones is better than Megatron?
You know, other than what Julio doesn't have, that Megatron has his height. Obviously, he was just also another freak athlete. You know, he was quick, fast, can high pump the ball really well. Great route runner, toe taps for days. You know, when there's sometimes you think the ball would go out of bounds or it'd be incomplete, homie's catch radius would be unbelievable. That's all I got for right now. Yeah.
For the first round, that's all you got why Julio's better than Megatron.
Yeah.
So you're saying the height, he's a freakish athlete. He can high point the ball very well. His toe taps for days were crazy, and the catch radius was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's in round one why Julio Jones is better. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the quick one, so this is just showing y'all how these go. All right, Team Megatron. Why is Megatron better than Julio Jones?
First of all, I didn't like your freaks athlete comment. Like, Megatron isn't almost 6'6" himself.
I literally said other than height. I literally said that.
I just thought that should be known.
I literally said other than height. No, don't come after me. I literally just said. No, before I said it.
Team Julio.
I'm about to lose it. I literally said before, other than height, Megatron has.
Team Julio, you cannot speak.
You and my grill.
Team Julio, he's asked the Team Megatron.
He can have his moment.
Look. Here's what you gotta understand. Mm-hmm. This man, Calvin Johnson, has been a receivers leader, a catch leader. The only thing that stops Calvin Megatron Johnson from cementing himself permanently is the fact that he played for the Detroit Lions with Matthew Stafford, plumbers, and electricians. Because that's who was on the squad. There's nothing wrong with Matthew Stafford. The problem is that no matter how much they play the game of catch between Stafford and Calvin Johnson, is that at the end of the day, football is a team sport. And it takes a team, a unit to get you there. Okay? All Matthew Stafford had was Calvin Johnson. And he went out and he did acts of God on there. Okay? No disrespect to Julio Johnson. Like, he's not an absolute athlete himself. Okay, he's 6'6", jumping in the air like he's trying to 360 windmill to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Okay? But let's not act like him and Matty Ice ain't have a shot. Let's not act like they didn't get all the way there and start blowing stuff up. I hate to bring it up, 28-3. And I got Atlanta on me too. So I don't want to bring it up. But if Calvin Johnson was there,
it wouldn't have been any different.
We wouldn't even know who Odell was the way young kids know who Odell was, all dyeing their hair for the one-handed catch. All they know is Megatron. Optimus who? All they know is Calvin Megatron Johnson, okay?
All right.
Let's not act like he doesn't have his receiving. Let's not act like he doesn't have his receptions, his records there that he put up. Flowers for flowers are due.
All right, cool. So now we can go into rebuttal. So Team Julio, in round one, you spoke on, like, if you just subtract the height, he was, I'm not going to mention freakish athlete because that you almost would Bozo's there. But his high point, his toe taps, and his catch radius. Now, Team Megatron, do you have a rebuttal for that?
I pretty much kind of rebutted in my previous argument. Height, Julio was 6'6", Calvin Johnson was 6'5". I mean, height's not a real thing. Athlete-wise, I'll give the edge to Julio, because when he says freakish athlete, it's not that he's lying. It's no disrespect to Julio. It's just Calvin was an amazing athlete himself. As far as to what the rest of you said, let's not forget that Calvin Johnson played from 07 to 15, all for the Detroit Lions. Mm-hmm. Brother never branched out. Okay? We see what Julio's doing currently. Branching out. And I'm not trying to blame him for that, but he knows if he needs that last piece to put on his record book, he can't get it with the current Falcons before his time as a player runs out. Now, he done ran to the Eagles, bad mistake, okay, clearly, because we know where they're at, straight Cancun on the beach, sipping margaritas right now. Okay. But Calvin stuck it out. He did his thing. Could he have done more? Maybe.
All right, awesome. All right, so he literally just hit a minute and 30 seconds. Now, Team Julio, your rebuttal for round one of Team Megatron. And point blank period, he played for the goddamn Detroit Lions. What are your rebuttals to that statement?
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah.
Receptions leader, yards leader.
Oh, yeah, no, receptions. We have receptions.
2011, 2013.
The receptions records on there as well.
Do
you have any rebuttals to that?
I mean, other than my guy, yeah. I mean, hey, Megatron was that guy. I can't say nothing much about it. My guy was also a reception leader as well, yards leader.
But all time or
not all time. He led it for about 2 years. He was also co-reception leader too, which ain't really none of that. But my guy didn't break any records. So other than bouncing from team to team, other than that, he played for about 5 teams, 4 teams.
I'll give this in Julio's defense. Jordan bounced to the Wizards afterwards, So him going to the Eagles don't sound crazy. Jordan went to the Wizards and put up 20, which is another topic for another time, but
that's crazy.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Now, that was just a warm-up. We ain't gonna go much longer. That was just a simple round, but I'm pretty sure Team Megatron won that. Yeah. Now it's time for the real shit. Fuck all the bullshit. Sorry. Why am I cussing? Sorry. I am so sorry, y'all.
Old potty mouth over here.
Yeah,
definitely a little too high.
Oh, definitely old potty mouth. But it's time for the real debate. It's time for the real debate, y'all. All right, and let's just get straight to it. Hey, bro. So who to go, bro? Y'all niggas y'all boys been debating. The whole world's been debating. Stephen A. Smith wanted to cancel Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp wanted to equate this to LeBron to Jordan. We are nowhere close to that argument. But we are here for this, bro. So I gotta know, first of all, whose team you on, bro? Because nobody on the same side. From the looks of it, y'all not on the same side. You look like you praying to God. You look like you just got bad news.
It depends on what side I'm getting with.
It depends.
Since I chose last time first, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the courtesy.
Who are you taking in the debate? Are you taking Patrick? Or
Patrick Kermit the Frog Mahomes?
No, you didn't let me fit.
Or
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Are you taking Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. or wait, actually no. Or are you taking but as some people I'm quoting the term since no one else has said it yet, Magoat. Are you taking Magoat or are you taking
I'm not riding him. I'm not calling him that.
Hey bro, Magoat. It will be trending soon. Magoat.
I'm not on that way.
Hey,
let me be the first to say I'm anti-Magoat, and if it catches on, I'm still anti. Well,
are you on Tom Brady?
What do you think, Prodigy?
Are you Tom Brady or are you Patrick
Or do you
Mahomes?
just want me to pick for you?
Give me Tom Brady.
You want Tom Brady.
Give me Tom Brady.
Okay, so you want the GOAT.
Give me Mahomes, also known by some as Magoat, but not known by me.
You
Give me Kermit the Frog, baby.
You want Kermit the Frog. Awesome. We are finna debate. Who's the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. And y'all know the rules. So I'm pretty sure y'all got 3 good reasons.
Oof.
Now, we all gonna take a slight break so y'all can prepare yourselves. Y'all get 5 minutes. The fans will only get 3 seconds while we pause and then we come back.
They only need 3 seconds. I only need 3 seconds.
In a way, we're back. That's crazy.
Scratch anything I just said.
We don't know anything you just said because it got muted. We're back. These boys have given their 3 options. Our quick little debate earlier. Team Megatron won. Now Mahomes and Brady. Now how this is gonna go? Team. Since Patrick Mahomes is fresh off a Super Bowl win, he will go first. And yeah, 3 options. Well, it's technically supposed to be 4, but for our first debate, we're only doing 3 to let things smooth out, so we can have a clear-cut winner at the end. Because no way both people win around. If that happens, then oh well, I don't know what to do.
Myself.
I don't know what to do with y'all. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, Team Patrick Mahomes. Let's get with them first. So, why is Patrick Mahomes the greatest quarterback of all time?
For my first reason is very simple, and all of America can understand it. Okay, it's called a simple thing called the eye test. When you use your eyeballs and you watch these games, and you see Tom Brady play, you see Patrick Mahomes play, when you look and ask about Patrick Mahomes and say, well, if Brady's right now considered the GOAT, why is Brady better than Patrick Mahomes? I draw blanks because I don't see anything Brady can do that Patrick Mahomes can't do just as good, if not better. When it comes to throwing the ball deep, Patrick Mahomes can do it just as good, if not better, than Brady. When it comes to throwing the ball mid-range or throwing the ball short, Patrick Mahomes can do it. When it comes to clutch time performance and we need to drive the ball downfield right now, all you can think is Patrick Mahomes. Let's not forget the 13 seconds on the clock. Patrick Mahomes save us. That's who you put your faith in. Let's not talk about how Patrick Mahomes, because of his ability with his legs, can extend a play way beyond what Brady can, because Mahomes can get out of the pocket. Mahomes can move laterally. Mahomes can throw on the run better than Brady and get the ball where it needs to go. Let's not talk about how he can just go ahead, the play breaks down, and he can get it on his own. I need to get the first down. I'm going to go ahead and use my legs and get the first down. And when it comes to Mahomes versus Brady, Mahomes can do everything Brady can, except Mahomes has his 2 legs that he can actually use, where Brady refuses to use them and would get user hit stick by anybody in the vicinity staying in the pocket because he's a pocket passer,
versus Mahomes, who can extend a play and make a broken play out until a receiver gets open to deliver the ball to get the first down and extend the drive further. Mahomes can keep a drive going much further than Brady can because with the same weapons, same defense, Brady gets sacked way before Mahomes does because Mahomes extends that play so much longer because he's mobile, because he has great vision of the field where he can see, okay, this guy's coming at me here, this guy's going to break away here, this guy can change his route and go this way, this way. Either way it goes, Mahomes, when it comes to those crucial moments, let me use my brain, let me assess the field, do whatever I need to do in those late clutch time moments. Mahomes is going to get it done before Brady will because Brady doesn't have the physical asset that Mahomes has in extending the play using his legs.
Okay. All right. This time we will. Do you want to move on to your point, or do you want to give a rebuttal now? Do you want to give a rebuttal? I will.
Actually, I don't want to give a rebuttal.
You don't want to give a rebuttal right now? Okay. I'm going to run over what he just said and his talking points for his first option of why Mahomes is better than Brady, why Mahomes is the greatest of all time. He said the eye test. What can Brady do that Mahomes can't do? Clutch performance. All you can really think right now is clearly Patrick Mahomes. He brought the 13 seconds against the Bills. Was peak cinema. The leg ability was a big factor, extending plays and all that. So no rebuttal. No rebuttal. I think you. So y'all. Okay. Do y'all want to save y'all rebuttals?
Yeah, I'll save my rebuttal.
Y'all will save y'all rebuttals. Okay.
Let me see what he has to say.
I don't think I have a rebuttal.
You gonna need a rebuttal. You gotta, if you want to win the round, you gotta give a rebuttal.
I want to save mine.
You want to save y'all rebuttals. All right. So Team Thomas, Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Tom Brady round 1. Give me 1 second to start the clock. You have 4 minutes, just as Team Patrick Mahomes, and it starts when I remember how to do this. Sorry. It starts now.
Yeah, as a clientele. Yeah, Tom Brady wasn't as mobile, not a really use of his legs at all. More of a pocket passer, per se. One of the great elite game managers of all time. From, if you want to say comebacks, you can go out to, I still haven't let this go, 28-3 in the Super Bowl. One of the biggest stage, brightest moments when you really want a quarterback to see what you got going on. Thomas delivered for what he could do the best and what his team needed. Also, Tom could air it out too. No, don't get me wrong. He had some great moments to where he aired out a 99-yard touchdown pass. One of the records, by the way. Also,
it's still the record.
That's cool. Whatever.
Only thing is, my guy is retired. He's no longer in the league. So, as much as standpoints I can go by, also he was a passing leader. Don't get me wrong. Tom could throw that rock. He may not extend plays, but he can stay in the pocket long enough to deliver a ball, for sure. That's my cases right there.
Okay. You still had 2 minutes on your first round.
Yeah.
You still got 2 more rounds to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Good.
No rebuttal, Patrick Mahomes?
No, I'm not gonna rebuttal that.
Y'all want to say rebuttals? Okay,
I'm
so
not gonna rebuttal
Patrick
that.
Mahomes, round 2. Let's get this started and now.
Look, okay, I'm just gonna break this down as simple as I possibly can. Okay, we all know the eye test, but casuals can use the eye test. Okay, but let's talk about personnel of what we're working with here. Okay, because at the end of the day, a quarterback can throw the ball. He can get the ball out amazingly through any scenario if he's the greatest, right? But it only matters what? If his receiver catches the ball. Let's talk about personnel. Let's talk about Mahomes' personnel versus Brady's personnel. Mahomes has got number 3. And Mahomes got number 3 with what on his hands? JVS? They brought McCole Hardman back?
outside of Travis Kelce, who do we have to talk about that's noteworthy? Let's not forget, Tyreek Hill gone. He's in Miami, okay, on the beach, playing with snow bunnies. He ain't thinking about football right now. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes, he out there with scrubs. We got Kadarius Toney on the IR list, not even being injured, about to get cut from the whole league because he wants to run as a yapper. Talking about, I ain't injured. We know you're not injured. You stink. This whole first half of this whole season, what have we been saying about the Chiefs? The receivers can't catch the ball. The receivers can't hold on to it. Outside of Travis Kelce, you're praying that Patrick Mahomes can get the ball to him and put it soft enough that a baby duck can grab the ball. We didn't have Mecole Hardman until the second half of the season. You got straight scrubs out here trying to catch the ball. You got me on the field with no gloves, okay, being a 9-to-5 worker trying to catch the football. Straight drops, okay? I'm doing this for a reason because I can't grab the rock. You say, okay, well, he's got Travis Kelce. You can make that argument. Tom Brady had Rob Gronkowski. He done brought Rob Gronkowski out of retirement to bring him to Tampa Bay to win that chip with Tampa Bay. And let's not forget, they about the same age, too. What's the difference other than Travis Kelce gets a fade at a black barber shop? Okay? So if we divvy those out, what difference do we have? Tom Brady has who? Julian Edelman. Okay. He has who? Danny Amendola. He has who? I think it's this kind of tall guy named Randy Moss. I'm pretty sure he comes up in a couple conversations. I can't think exactly what they are. But what do we have this year? You got Tyreek for the first one. What are we talking about right now? Mecole Hardman? JVS? Are we talking about Rashid Rice right now? The rookie Rashid Rice? It's just Travis Kelce out there and Pacheco running for his dear life. That ain't got nothing to do with him, though. At the end of the day, it's what? Mahomes put it there softly. Please catch the ball. Please, my injured O-line, which is why last time he lost, and when he was at the Super Bowl, is because his O-line was a bunch of rookies and injured and backups for injured players, and he was fighting for his life out there not to get sacked every play, throwing the ball sidearm off one leg midair, trying to get the ball there. Perfect pass, by the way. What are we talking about here? We're talking about a guy with less to work with still getting the job done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use my rebuttal.
You go use your rebuttal.
Yeah.
You're using your rebuttal. All right. All right, let me put Tom Brady rebuttal. All right, and now you got a minute and 30 seconds. Give me 1 second. You got a minute and 30 to give this rebuttal. All right. And go.
That's nice and all. You gave out Tom Brady's receivers, you know, Damian Adola. That's the same guy that got cut by your Rams, right? Yeah. Julian Edelman, same guy that got cut by the Cowboys and was on the Patriots special teams. That Julian Edelman couldn't catch a ball to save his life. Former QB. Yeah. I'd like to say Tom Brady spent every offseason with Julian Edelman and Damian Adola throwing the rock. So, hey, I know you dropped a couple passes preseason here and there, but don't worry. I'm going to turn you into something great. You know, that's what Tom Brady did. Made people great around him offseason-wise. Receiver-wise, for Patrick, yeah, the season started really rough, for sure. I can't even say the difference, but let's not forget Rashid Rice probably only had the 2 targets against the Lions game for real. We knew he was an upcoming star. We just didn't know if what the Chiefs' offense was looking like, you know, since Patrick Mahomes was coming off an incredible year last year. Going all the way on one leg, props to him for sure. But receivers-wise, stepped up to where they needed to be. Let's not forget Rashee Rice, a rookie himself, had a phenomenal year.
All right, that's the timer. So on your rebuttal, you mentioned how Julian Edelman was a former QB, got cut by the Cowboys. Danny Amendola got cut by his Rams. Tom Brady made them boys great. He made people great around him. And you basically said Rashee Rice stepped up to the plate, was a really great rookie.
You forgot about Kadarius Toney.
I didn't care about him, bro.
Or Randy Moss. You forgot to mention them, but.
Okay, so that was Patrick Mahomes round 2. Now, Tom Brady, are you ready for your second round?
No, but let's go ahead.
You're not ready for your second round?
Let's go ahead anyways.
Okay, Tom Brady, round 2.
Yeah.
And go.
Tom Brady, I could say, watching him on television, I rooted against him a lot.
Same.
I just couldn't get a feel on what I didn't like about him. But at the same time, I'm watching film, I'm watching tape, and I'm like, his field vision on what's going on and his adjustments as a quarterback are as top tier as you want him to be. I don't know if you heard any of the mic ups when he told Gronk to stand up or Julian Edelman to get set, but just knowing what the defense is running, and how they play is just unbelievable. And at the same time, he beat your guy once in Foxborough, once at Arrowhead. You know, 13 seconds. Yeah. He needed about similar time. I can't remember the time frame, but he needed about like maybe a minute, a little more than 13 seconds. But I can't say he had Gronk, but Gronk's no Travis Kelce. Who do you have? I think Julian Edelman. I don't know. He still had a guy named Philip Dorsett who gets no playing time at all except out of special teams. Yeah, he also beat your guy in the Super Bowl. I can't say much about it.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, it just slipped my mind. He beat your guy in the Super Bowl convincingly too.
Yeah.
I mean, the word
put emphasis on it.
Convincingly. All right. Not to say he had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, playoff Lenny, Grunt that he brought out retirement. Probably got on his knees at home and begged him to come back, but I wouldn't blame him.
Pause.
No pause. All play here. Yeah.
All right. Is that all your time?
That's all my time.
You still got like a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, but that's it. That's
all you got to tell. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm stopping the timer.
Pause.
All right, Patrick.
All play here.
Patrick Mahomes. Do you want to give a rebuttal or do you want to save the rebuttal?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my rebuttal up now because I'm not even gonna talk about round 3 trying to rebuttal.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned your guy beat my guy, especially when it mattered most in the Super Bowl, because since you mentioned that, it brings me to the point of, well, your guy beat my guy, but that team beat that team. Not necessarily that player beat my player. Let's not forget what happened here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great defense. They go and say, Tom Brady, please come over to us. They get Tom. Tom says, I'm going to bring Rob Gronkowski with me. About same age as Travis Kelce now, and we just seen what he does, okay? The savior of the Chiefs. Gronk come back. Gronk sobers up. Let me get my jersey. Screw it. Tom's back on back. Shows back up. They say, let me go get Leonard Fournette. I already have an amazing defense. They still got Mike Evans. They done assembled a super squad out here, okay, for Tom Brady to feast on. Patrick Mahomes is a deer in headlights. And let's not act like Brady hasn't continuously had amazing top 10 defenses when he wins.
10 seconds.
Because he always does And he always has a guy he can rely on. Because if he can't get it done, his defense can hold him off until he does.
All right. He literally just hit the timer. Nice. All right. Awesome. All right, Patrick Mahomes. It's almost time for
My third piece.
your third piece.
My third piece coming in stronger than my chin hair, folks.
All right, awesome. All right, for Patrick Mahomes, round 3. Now, I will, before we get to the last and final round, for this debate, there usually is 4, but we're doing 3 for our first one. I do want to just go through each round. So Patrick Mahomes in round 1 talked about the eye test. What can Brady do that Mahomes can't do? And he brought up Mahomes' ability to extend plays. Tom Brady in round 1, you talked how Tom Brady was an elite game manager. 28-3. Airtime crazy with the ball. Obviously, he's retired, and we're still talking about him because he's that good. And he's passing leader, staying in the pocket. He has a lot of records. Patrick Mahomes round 2. None of y'all used the rebuttal. Patrick Mahomes round 2 mentioned personnel. He had Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill for a little bit, and then he basically had scrubs. While Tom had Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman, Randy Moss, and Tom, your rebuttal was Julian Edelman's a former QB, cut by the Cowboys. You really wanted to mention the Cowboys, so I know you did. Danny Amendola, cut by the Rams,
Cowboys, huh?
made them great. And Tom Brady, your round 2, knowledge of the game. No one can top his knowledge of the game. He beat his guy in. Did you say Foxborough, Kansas City? I can't remember which one.
Both.
Beat him in both.
Both.
And beat your guy in the Super Bowl convincingly. And Patrick Mahomes' rebuttal that Tom's team actually beat Patrick's team, and the Bucs, brought Gronk. Tom assembled a super team to try to beat Mahomes. And Brady defense usually carries him all the way. Okay, so this is Patrick Mahomes round 3. All right. Now, your final option or like reason starts now.
Let me give y'all the definition of nostalgia. Holding on to past memories that are no longer true, but hoping they're still true because that's all you can accept. This is what Tom Brady is right now. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to bring it over to a little NBA here. When Jordan came into the league, people started crowning him before he hit a double three-peat. When LeBron came into the league and started dominating, people smelt it. Oh, this guy's going to be the greatest of all time. They smelt it coming. They knew it before it even happened, before he'd won a chip, before he'd won 4. They knew faith. They knew action. They knew what was going to happen. That greatness was going to prevail. And the same thing happens here in this scenario here. Patrick Mahomes got 3. At the end of the day, though, guess what? This is a team sport. And a lot of the confusion comes about is between the greatest of all time player comes into confusion with what team or what player gets the most rings in it. And at the end of the day, getting a championship ring is a team accomplishment. The reason the 49ers threw their shot away this year, they didn't want the ball first because they claimed, and I put claimed in parentheses for a different convo, they didn't know the rules. They wanted 3rd, according to Kyle Shanahan. A bunch of BS. Guess what? At the end of the day, we can't throw rings as the only thing into it. Sure, Brady got him. Brady got Patrick Mahomes beat on the rings. Bill Russell has Jordan beat on the rings. Anyone talking about Bill Russell being the GOAT for a reason. Because it's not just the rings. If it came to just championships, you just go to whatever team is best on 1 year's every year, and you go and you get the ring. But it's more about the rings. It's not just that. It's what you can do even without the rings. Even when you're not on the greatest team of all time, when you're not on the best team in the best year for that year, it's what are you as a player bringing to the organization, bringing to the team, bringing to football. When we look at you, what do we say about you? Did
Did the Cowboys lose? Since you wanted to bring up the Cowboys, did the Cowboys lose or did Dak Prescott lose for him? Does the Chief lose games or did Patrick Mahomes lose the game for him? There's instances where a kicker has just a bad night. He can't make nothing down. He can't knock nothing down from under 30. The kicker lost you that game because he's supposed to knock a 30-yarder down. There's times where the running back can't hold on to the ball, where receivers can't catch the ball. You won't hear that about Patrick Mahomes one time saying, Patrick Mahomes lost you this game. Joe Montana is 4-0 in the Super Bowl. He hasn't thrown an interception once. He is, other than Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, he's the only one, I think, who has a valid case in the GOAT conversation. And Brady hasn't beat on rings. But you know what Brady doesn't have him beat on? Interceptions thrown. You know how Joe Montana has? 0 interceptions thrown. So at the end of the day, it's more about less about individual. It's more about individual accomplishments along with what you can accomplish with the team that you're on in that moment. It is a mixture of me bringing up my team in order to get the job done when it's needed to be done and what I can do as a player in itself. And at the end of the day, Mahomes has it beat overall.
All right, Tom Brady. I'm going to give over his round 3 and ask if you want to rebuttal. Man's mentioning on pure nostalgia. People are holding on to nostalgia of Tom Brady. He liked to bring up a debate we'll do in the summer, which a lot of people will talk about Jordan and Braun. Pure nostalgia. He also mentioned you can make the same case for Brady and Mahomes because basically Mahomes, people can sense his greatness and they knew he was going to be great. Well, they figured out he was going to be great. They didn't know, but they basically figured out as they watched him play and developed. And also, he's saying you cannot throw rings into the conversation because if that's the case, he brought up the Jordan thing again with the Bill Russell, which people love to talk about. Who's it? Who's the guy that mentioned a lot? It doesn't matter. Bill Russell has 11, Jordan has 6. So technically, if you want to throw rings, Bill's got Jordan beat on rings. So of course, Tom has him beat, but you can't throw rings into the conversation.
Along with John Havlick, who has 8.
And then Joe y'all trying to turn this into basketball. And then Joe Montana. And if you're talking about individual performance, he has Tom Brady beat on interceptions in the Super Bowl. So what does it really count to? And those were his options for round 3. Do you have a rebuttal?
No.
You do not have a rebuttal.
I don't want to.
You don't want a rebuttal. Do you want to say, okay, are you going to save your rebuttal?
He used his rebuttal earlier.
No, you can use a rebuttal. You can use a rebuttal for each round.
No, I'm good.
You don't want to use a rebuttal at all.
Nah, I'm good.
You know what? I'm gonna hold off my rebuttal too. I don't even care what you say.
I'm good.
I only need one.
We're in the last round. I'm here to buy.
Yeah, we here to buy.
All right.
It's round 12.
So Tom Brady, round 3. Let me just double check everything is good before I start this off. So round 3 is about to start in 2 seconds.
Oh snap! We got technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
No, it's fine. I just gotta change up the battery. I'm tweaking. Round 3, Tom Brady starts now.
Man, I just don't know what else you want from a quarterback. I mean, both quarterbacks came off not playing a full season. I'd say that. Patrick probably played about started his second season in the league. Tom Brady started his first after Drew Bledsoe got hurt. But when people saw what Tom Brady was doing with the ball, I'd like to say it was magical for that time. And who his opponents going against at that time as well. He had going up against Brian Dawkins, great safety of the league, and let's not forget about his QB battles with him. Him and Peyton Manning was always good. Let's also say that 2020 playoff championship, NFC championship against the Green Bay Packers. That was also a good one. Aaron Rodgers, former MVP of the league, You could boo all you want, you know. An MVP is an MVP of the league, you know. You can't go wrong with that. As long as Tom had the right moves and knew where the ball was going, he was pretty accurate as a quarterback. I couldn't really see him throw a bad ball per se. I'd also know, watching ball, if Tom Brady got sacked, that was his game. He didn't like getting touched. He had a great O-line for sure. I can't blame how the organization drafted at all. They knew what Tom liked, and they got what Tom wanted. You know, someone he could trust. And then his teammates also pulling through. So Tom Brady was, I'd say he wasn't the engine or the oil to make the whole car run. You know, he might have been the driver, pressing the gas pedal, braking it every now and then on the offensive side, for sure. Tom was someone who I used to go out in the backyard to. I'd say, blue 42, red 80, red 80. I didn't want to be like a Michael Vick, even though Michael Vick was my skin tone. I couldn't see nothing wrong in Michael Vick's game.
Ouch.
It's just when you see someone perform and have so much winning history, you're like, God, I want to be like Tom winning wise. I can't see nothing he's doing wrong. He wins. He throws a great ball. He's accurate with it. You know, I just can't blame him. So Tom, in my eyes, he's for sure the GOAT, and not only in the sense of he had great players. You know, the team struggled as a whole. We can't go off against the Bucs. Almost lost to.
All right, 15 seconds.
The Bucs almost lost to the Washington Commanders. You know, with
embarrassing.
And they almost lost to Aaron Rodgers. Let's not forget it. It came down close to it. He pulled through, and his whole team pulled through.
All right, that's it.
Can I get half a rebuttal?
You want your rebuttal on this?
Well, I want like 30 seconds.
You just want that? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just going to go off.
I want 30 seconds, and I'll leave it alone.
All right, cool. For round 3, you got to, for each round, you got to get rebuttals based off what was just said. Obviously, we all know that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just refresh your memory. And I might have missed some stuff. He used to go up against Brian Dawkins, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot more people we could have mentioned, but he mentioned those 3. As long as Tom knew where the ball was going, he was hella accurate. His accuracy, you know, he mentioned Tom wasn't the engine, but he was the one that got it done when time mattered. Winning history is absolutely crazy, and you really couldn't see him do nothing wrong. All right, your rebuttal. Wait, how many seconds did you
Give
want?
me 30
He
seconds.
said 30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds?
I don't want to get into
There you go.
scandals and things like that. I want to leave that out of this whole thing, and I'm
yeah.
going to continue to leave it out of it because that's not what I want to talk about.
All right.
And stuff. But
30
when you were
seconds.
talking about the engine of, you know, he's running things that he's the center of this whole thing. My only question to you is, when you sit down at the end of the day and say, well, what does Brady look like without Belichick? Yeah, he's got the 1 Bucs ring, but who would you rather see play? Brady without Belichick and that system, that organization that he's ran in his whole life? Or could you see Patrick Mahomes thriving in any scenario without Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs? When you look at the two separately and say, I can throw you anywhere in the league and you will thrive and succeed,
Right.
I put my money on Patrick Mahomes there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to before we wrap up to give a conciseness, I'm going to make sure y'all don't want to give any rebuttals to any of the rounds that y'all did not give rebuttals to. So y'all did not give none of y'all did a rebuttal for round 1. In round 1, Patrick Mahomes mentioned the eye test and leg ability, extending plays. Tom, in round 1, you mentioned he was an elite game manager, 28-3. You had heavy emphasis on that. 99 yards passing. He definitely had an arm, and his stats are amazing with passing as a passing leader. Y'all gave none for round 1. Tom, you did get a rebuttal in round 2. Patrick, you get a rebuttal round 2. So round 3, Tom, you did not give a rebuttal. Do you want a rebuttal for round 3? Yes or no? Patrick mentioned it's off of pure nostalgia. He equated it to the LeBron Jordan thing. You don't want to throw rings into the conversation because that was a team. It's a team aspect, and if we're talking about individual performance, Super Bowl wise, Joe Montana has Brady beat. Tom, do you want to give a rebuttal to anything in round 3 or round 1? Eye test leg ability round 1. Round 3 is really just pure nostalgia, and also Joe Montana has Brady beat.
Team versus player aspect.
Team versus player aspect in regards to the ring stuff. Do you want to give any rebuttal to what Patrick Mahomes mentioned in round 3? He gave a rebuttal.
He did.
I gave
Do
my.
you
And I'm
want to-
trying to think right now.
Do you want to give a rebuttal? You have.
On who was on the 49ers, and all I'm thinking is Jerry Rice off the top of my head.
So, do you want to still give a rebuttal?
Nah, let me go ahead. Give me.
All right, give your
30-second
rebuttal for round 3. All right, let me start. How many seconds do you need? Because you have up to a minute and 30 seconds. He only asked for 30 for his last rebuttal. Do you want the full 130, or do you just need 30? Do you need a minute?
I might need less than 30, but you can put 30 up on that.
Okay, you need 30. All right, your rebuttal starts for round 3. Starts now.
He wants to mention, Joe Montana in the last round and in individual performances, But let's not also forget Joe Montana also had, one of the greatest receivers in all time in Jerry Rice. And I don't know who he threw the ball to in the back of the end zone for that Super Bowl either, but he had that white guy too. No disrespect. He's probably the savior of that Super Bowl as well. So if you want to go tit for tat with players, we can go there.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, awesome. You literally just hit the 30 seconds. Because I was going to say you're out of time. All righty, and I'm going to go back to round 1 one more time before we get into the side, before I step in. Y'all don't want to give.
Let that slide, man. round one.
Y'all not giving no rebuttals for round 1.
All
right.
I can't say this. I can't say
I
this.
said my piece.
He hit me with legs. What do you want me to say? Tom Brady ain't got no legs.
I will.
What we gonna do? Lie?
Lie.
I can't lie,
Homie
man.
ran a 4.4.
I can't just start lying now.
Homie ran a 4.4. Pulls up the tape. He runs a 4.
He ran a 4.4. Awesome. Now it's time for me to step in on this debate to give who I've got winning the debate. And I will start off by saying this. I do not know who the GOAT is. Well, for me, I don't have a clear, concise. But after listening to this debate, I will give an answer. I'll give my full answer. But off of y'all debate alone on who won, after looking, I'm just going off of what y'all said because that's how you have to do these debates. That's how moderators. And we mentioned round 1. I'm going to be honest. I think Patrick definitely won round 1 when he definitely mentioned Brady you made a strong case with the 28-3. Because I'm going to be honest, we've seen that in college football. I don't think we'll ever see that in NFL again. Unless Kyle Shanahan's the coach. I said it. Kyle Shanahan, I'm sorry.
Ouch.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Still a great head coach. You need to get the job done. Do what your dad did, please. You can do it. I believe in you.
That's crazy.
You like daddy.
Wow. But yes, so yeah, Patrick Mahomes definitely gets round 1. Pure off the leg ability, extending plays. That is very vital in the NFL. Very vital, extending plays. Round 2, Patrick came out swinging with the whole personnel group. Personnel is a big thing for Patrick Mahomes. Like now, after the Tyreek Hill departure. Tom, you did give a rebuttal. Julian Edelman, the former QB and all that good stuff. And Tom, for your round 2, you mentioned his knowledge of the game. He did beat Mahomes. Tom, I definitely gave you round 2 only off of, it's not even the beating Patrick. It's not the beating Patrick. It's not that. It's really the knowledge of the game. Patrick Mahomes, let's not forget, this kid cannot read a defense for his first few years in the year. And that is still impressive for what he was able to do. But he could not read defense. But if you're talking about knowledge of the game, like if you want to, and you brought up the LeBron Jordan debate, knowledge of the game, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Bron's probably a more knowledgeable person in the game than Jordan. Jordan just scores a lot. So like,
That's no disrespect to Jordan.
no disrespect to Jordan. Hey, look, I'm a Jordan stan. You already know. That debate in the summer is going to be crazy. Both of us are going to get canceled. I'm gonna get canceled by Braun fans. Mark will get canceled by Jordan fans. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have a good time.
Cancel culture is crazy,
bro. I love LeBron, but all LeBron sexuals will hate me that night because you already know where I'm coming. But it doesn't matter. When we look at that for knowledge of the game, we got to give Tom. The knowledge of the game is a key factor. If you want to look at knowledge alone, Tom Brady's got him beat. So Tom, you definitely won round 2, and of course he has a winning record against Mahomes. Only other person that has that is, of course, we're not talking about him right now. We're not talking about that guy. We'll mention him later. But yeah. And now in round 3. Round 3 was crazy. I'm going to be honest. Round 3, I was like, I don't know where this is going to go. Patrick mentions the pure nostalgia. He brought up the Bron and Jordan thing, which I knew would come up in this debate some way, somehow, because things are oddly similar. And he did mention don't throw the rings into it at all, because if that's the case, he mentioned the whole Bill Russell and thing.
I wasn't going to even have a ring.
Yeah.
I just steered away from
and then, of course, off of pure performance, Super Bowl-wise, Joe Montana has Tom Brady beat because less interceptions. All right. And Tom, your rebuttal. Montana had Jerry Rice, and he said he had that white guy. The white guy.
I don't know his name.
And look, Tom, it's a great catch. And Tom, you mentioned in round 3, both well, I'm not going to mention those QBs come off not playing a full season when their first will start. That is true. But when people saw Brady was doing in his first full season, they went crazy. They thought they'd never seen something like this before. He went up against Brian Dawkins, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers. Brian Dawkins is a Hall of Famer. Peyton Manning's a Hall of... Wait, is he a Hall of Famer? Not yet. Damn, Devin Hester became a Hall of Famer before Peyton Manning. Crazy.
I think they go off of who
5
retired.
minutes of Devin Hester kick returns right now. So yeah.
Devin Hester. Devin Hester. I love you. Chi-Town, stand up. Much love. Devin Hester retired after Peyton Manning. It doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers and all that good stuff.
I don't know how he's not in the inductee yet.
Oh, I think it's because he's still. It doesn't matter. Why are we talking Peyton Manning and what we're talking Patrick Mahomes and Peyton Manning? I'm sorry, Peyton Manning. I love you, but you're not in the conversation. Let's skip on. Keep moving. Tom was hella accurate. The organization gave Brady what he needed because he was the franchise, and yeah. And of course, Tom wasn't the engine, but he made that thing run, and you can't see nothing that he was doing wrong. Patrick Mahomes' rebuttal: would you rather see Brady without Belichick, or rather see Mahomes without Andy Reid? And now for round 3, because you had round 1 and you had round 2. Now for round 3, I'm gonna be honest. Looking at all these stats and everything that was said, I have got to give it. I didn't think I'd do this, but I got to give it to Brady. Only reason, Mahomes, when you mentioned the whole rings, I can completely understand that. Like, you don't want to throw rings into the conversation because Tom's going to have him beat. Mahomes may pull up. Mahomes may fucking pass 7-8 rings. We never know how long the Chiefs go. But when you mention Joe Montana individual performance Super Bowl, yes. But I would like to mention this. Tom Brady does have the Super Bowl record for the most passing yards, even though he did lose. He has the most passing yards.
You really could have beat me. He lost to Eli, and I would have been shocked.
It's a respectful combo either way.
It's a true respectful combo. It's a true respectful
combo that's going to keep going.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Until
he beats him over rings, I guess.
Brady's supposed to win this combo for now.
Yeah, Montana.
Ahead of the curve.
Remember
that. Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, Montana. We're talking about individual performance. I'm still. Because, Joe Montana, yes, dominant. No one's. He basically, how Jordan was 6-0, Mahomes was, not Mahomes, Montana was 4-0.
Yeah. No interceptions.
No interceptions, nothing.
QBR. Not that that really means something.
That doesn't
Not
mean
that
anything.
means something, but
it means something, yes. But Brady, the passing yardage, highest percentage passing in Super Bowl history because he's there almost every other year, like how Braun, 9 straight finals? Doesn't matter. One or the other. It was 8. Now I remember. It was 8. And then, Tom, when you mentioned
Playing from Mark.
Brian Dawkins, Peyton Manning, he went up against really big Hall of Famers. And Mahomes, I'm sorry, who Mahomes has gone up against, I'm sorry, Mahomes, and this is so ridiculous because this will definitely be talked about in Bron and Jordan. Put Mahomes against Brian Dawkins, we got a different story. We can't even do that. I'm just saying, when you mentioned...
I don't even want to do that.
When you mentioned...
I really could have said Ray Rice and Ed Reed.
Mahomes has not faced any defenses like... No, I take that back. Mahomes did. The 2019 Rams. But guess who beat them 2019 Rams? That lovely, gorgeous, crazy game against Jared Goff, who he has a losing record against. But who did
Don't even read.
But that Rams team that Mahomes did beat.
Yeah, I'm not reading that.
Brady beat them in the Super Bowl. So that's that. And if you ask me who would I rather see, Brady without Belichick or Mahomes without Andy Reid, I'm definitely taking Brady without Belichick. That rebuttal, I see what you were doing there, but it also hurts you, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest, Tom Brady, what he do? Go out straight without Belichick, go with a Super Bowl. I'm taking Tom Brady, big bro.
Hey, I can live with it because guess what? When Mahomes gets
Mahomes got
we'll be right back here again, and my case is just gonna be
And part 2 will be back. But yes, that was our debate on who is the greatest of all time. And Patrick Mahomes, you're not there yet, or you may never will be, because Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Debatable. And that is our debate. Our next debate, we will be doing greatest Laker of all time.
Yeah, you missed me with that.
It's the Lake Show.
And that's going to be quite entertaining. I cannot wait for y'all to do that. But make sure you follow us on Instagram, Cafeteria Talk Official, and YouTube Cafeteria Talk.
Go ahead, follow it.
We'll be back on
Put a
X.
little like on it.
We'll be on X soon. We got to re-up the thing since it's no longer Twitter, so we don't longer have it. But we'll be on X. Catch us on the X soon. Not that X. I know what y'all thinking. Get out of your minds. But yes,
Dog, it's February.
it's February, Black History Month. But yes, you can follow me, Slip_Rob_Instagram. And where can they follow you, my guy?
RTZ.MARCUS number uno.
And what about you?
You can follow me at ITZ.
All right, awesome. We love you. Keep it easy. Cafeteria Talk.
Peace
We
out.
is out, gang geeks.